sensor. Highlighted means it's working. Not highlighted means that it's off.
Okay.
Highlighted, on.
Okay.
Placement of sensor is going to be right here. In.
Okay.
When not in use, you always want to put either back over here, and I always recommend not just like this, but probably putting it in a plastic bag. And there's too often I see water going into this point and causing damage to it. So I always recommend when not in use to probably put it in a bag.
Alright.
Now, just to show you how this actually works, and you might have to adjust, like notice how this goes all the way down?
Yeah.
You might have to come a little bit more up with it. And the reason I'm saying that is because you have a lot of bending in your netting ribbon.
Right.
And when it gets down to this point right here,
Yeah.
it'll probably start to see it on the plane. So what I recommend to compensate for that is just come up a little bit with it
Yeah.
so that it goes a little bit past that plane. And a good way to tell that it is looking at this red light right here. You can put your hand here and automatically see that it's now blocking the plane. Not blocking, blocking the plane. And when you have it all the way down, you'll notice that that plane is automatically blocked and you're not seeing the red light right now. So what I would recommend is just coming up a little bit more so that it goes past this conveyor belt.
Okay.
That way it does see it. Like, look at this right now. You see how you'll see the red blinking, and that's because it's barely on the cusp
Oh,
of
okay.
seeing it. So when you
That's
see
it,
that,
They had to lift it a little bit up.
that's it. Just come up a little bit more.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, it shouldn't blink on you.
No. There we go. So you just want it up enough to where it clears this so that it doesn't have something breaking the plane for it every time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, can you show me how do you do the speed? You said you showed
Yes.
me the speed. Yeah.
On your speed, you want to hit your F4 button. Once it's fully highlighted, you can now select any number. We'll just select 35.
Okay, let's leave it with 35.
Once you select your number, you're now going to hit this enter button to actually store it once again.
Right. Okay, let's leave it with 35.
Okay. And slice thickness, it does go down by 0.1 increments. Or once it's highlighted, once again, you can select your number 1. You always want to use a comma in between. 9. And again, every time you store something in here, you always want to hit the enter button to actually save it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the minimum you should
Yes.
do. Okay. All right.
Now, another thing I wanted to go over with you, because I noticed that you do have different ways of stacking
Yeah.
the stuff on the conveyor. You don't necessarily have to have everything stacked up down here.
Right.
You can have it set up to where it'll shingle 6 or 7 slices, come forward, do another shingle of 6 to 7 as
Okay.
well. You do have other stacking options that you can use. So you can either use your single stack, your shingling lengthwise, or shingling crosswise.
Wow.
So you do have other options that you can use, and I always recommend playing with
What
them.
buttons you press for that?
You're just gonna press the button that's along the side of the picture. So
Oh.
say for some reason you want this one, you're just gonna press the button right next to the picture.
Okay.
Once it's selected, you're gonna hit your F12 button. That takes you back to the home screen.
And you don't have to save it, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
Once you select it, it'll be in this main dialog box for you down here. So say we did that and we changed it. When you come down here, you'll notice the dialog box changes, and it shows you exactly what type of stacking you're gonna have in this area right here.
Okay, fine. All right.
So we'll switch it back to single stack. Now in this mode, what it's gonna do, I have it maxed out to $9.99. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna only stack as far as it can and push it forward, do another stack, and until it gets to this point where it'll say, hey, you probably should take everything out the conveyor if you want to continue. Take it off, and then it continues coming down the assembly line.
All right. Okay. Right then. Thank you.
No problem. Every time, I know the gentleman probably knows this, but every time you shut this machine off, you always want to hit this cleaning mode button.
Okay.
And what that does is it starts a series of shutdown procedures, causing this carriage to lock in place as well.
Oh, okay.
Once that carriage locks in place, that's the only way that allows you to actually
Oh, remove the.
take the carriage knob out and allow this to go all the way down. If the machine was not shut off correctly, it would only come to about right here.
Okay.
And you'd be trying to get under here to clean it, you won't be able to because it wasn't put in cleaning mode.
Okay.
So a very good habit, every time you get done, put it in the cleaning mode and then shut off.
All right. Thank you.